Hello, everybody, and welcome to round number 12 of the OSCA Truck Series live here on 3 Wide Television. And tonight it's round 12. Two more races to go, including tonight. We're here at the Rockingham, North Carolina, to settle it all. Well, not settle it all, but can you smell what the Rock is cooking? What is it, 135? Is that correct?
Yeah.
135. And I am Mike Burt Eggs Goodman, along with Carlos Acosta. And yeah, we're here just finishing up practice at the 1 mile legendary Rockingham Speedway. You see trucks are on track right now. Currently on top of the leaderboard, Dallas Myhan. And do we have the point standings? We could take a look with 2 races to go to settle a championship.
Let me grab them right now.
Oh, Carlos will be right on that.
I forgot.
We're in a points championship. Oh, no.
I got it. I'm almost there.
All right, he's got it. But right now, Johnny Eckert, defending champion, still holding on to the top spot. Carlos will get those up in just a little bit. You see some of the trucks going by. There we go. These have the point standings. Adam Tepe moving into second place. And the guys in green are the guys who moved up last week. The guys in red are the guys who moved down. And the guys in white are the guys who stayed the same. So an 18-point lead for Johnny Eckert with 2 races to go. Gotta like his chances, but there's a lot of hungry guys. Johnny Thomas going from worst to first last week at Daytona is looking to make up ground, but 30 points is going to be a lot to do. He's got a lot of work to do, and he's got to hope for maybe a bad round here tonight from Johnny Eckert, as well as a lot of the other guys competing here for the championship. You see a lot of throwback cars out there. I seen the Interstate Batteries. One was a car I didn't know. I seen it on Twitter. You can follow him at race underscore at OSCA. I screwed that up. At race_OSCA at twitter.com. That's what I wanted to say.
What? No.
I've seen a Casey. What?
Twitter.com/race_OSCA.
Well, you go to Twitter, and then you find that handle.
Yeah.
Or you can just do Twitter.
_OSCA.
And that's at twitter.com. You can find that. Yes, there we go. Confusion averted there. All right, as we got about a little over a minute left to go here in practice. Gordon Tarble running a Dale Jr. throwback.
Twitter.com/Goody1579.
Yeah, so you can check my Twitter out. I post fun stuff occasionally. Oh no, the dog's doing stuff behind me, and I don't know what she's doing. But anyway. Got now under a minute left. Cars still going around track. Dallas Myhan leading the leaderboard, as I mentioned before. Dennis Weeks second. Kynan Jones, how about that? In the middle of the championship race there as well. In third, Dave If I Were a Carpenter in fourth, and Adam Tepe rounding out the top 5 at the moment. Points leader Johnny Eckert currently scored with the 7th fastest lap here in practice. We see Westergreen and Tepe in their Matt Kenseth, Casey Kane paint schemes. Looks like they're trying to relive the last race at the Rock. I believe that was in 2004. And that win went to Matt Kenseth, who was just beat out by in case you can't see, there you go, side by side. And there is the Kevin Harvick throwback to his 75 truck back in the Truck Series back in 1999. So 67 laps for the first half, 68 laps for the second half. And, of course, the top 14 cars will invert here tonight. I believe that was the case. As trucks are going out there getting ready to qualify. I got to make sure I'm right on that. It doesn't say anything, and I don't see anything different, and that's what we're going to go with, top 14 tonight. There is a Bobby Labonte throwback, Dale Jarrett, whatever one you want to call it. Bobby Labonte probably made it a little bit more famous.
Hey, Goody, have you tried opening your eyes? It's top 12 invert tonight.
Where? Oh, really? Top 12. Okay. I didn't see anything on there. I missed that.
It's on the truck race information. It
Yeah,
says top 12 invert, and then in parentheses, not with a capital NOT2, so that therefore people who aren't idiots will know that it's not 14. This is not 14 again this week.
Well, you know what they say about me and being an idiot, you know. There you go. And there's another classic throwback truck for Dallas Myhan running the old Ricky Rudd, Ernie Irvin style paint scheme. You can tell it's not Davey Allison by the numbers. And there is Robert Hill Jr. I don't think that's a throwback to the Pride race, I believe, at Daytona last season. Fun. I don't know what's going on. That looks like just a general iRacing scheme there. And Dallas Myhan currently on top of the leaderboard, as you see. And there's Mr. Excitement himself, Johnny Thomas. You guys all thought I was going to say Jimmy Spencer. He should have Jimmy Spencer throwback scheme here tonight, but there's a missed opportunity there. And there's your guy in the truck business, Dylan Gooden, ready to make his lap. See what kind of lap he lays down, and there's another Texaco. That's an old school Texaco logo on the back of that machine. That was the 5 of Vincent Isabella. Wow, he went away from the, didn't recognize him there in that throwback. This is the one I wasn't sure of. I seen it on Twitter, and I wasn't sure what it was. Oh, I think that's one of those military cars from 1991 Daytona 500, but I couldn't tell you who drove it. You know, that's Vincent, isn't it? No, it's Jordan Tarble. Never mind, I'd seen Vincent drive that car before. A little too excited. Taking his lap, Jordan Tarble. Where is he going to end up on the board? 12th fastest right now. And there is the 66 of Aaron Lineman and the Astros car, the Cheaties machine, number 66. Vincent Isabella currently working on his first lap yet.
What's this?
Oh wow, kind of. Am I supposed to? Is this like an F1 throwback or something?
I don't know.
Like a plane. It's cool looking. It is a very futuristic paint scheme indeed.
Oh, look at the roof.
Kind of Jones with 2 numbers on the roof. You don't see that every day. Hopefully NASCAR doesn't look at that and get any ideas, but it's different. I like it. I just don't want to see it on a regular basis. And there is the 60 machine of Thomas Capuano. A little bit different look, different colors sporting. He's sporting different colors this week. I think that's... Because doesn't he have the big 6 and the little 0?
I guess.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going with. It's his normal number. It's hard to read the roof number with the... Kind of contrasted a little bit there. Who am I to say? I hardly do that myself. And there is the 97 of DJ Weeks rocking the Kevin Harvick throwback. Dylan Gooden, after looking at all these pretty cars out here tonight, didn't see Dylan Gooden on top of the leaderboard here. 44 seconds left to go here in qualifying. And see where DJ Weeks got some work to do in the standings. Wants to get as good of qualifying position as he can get. He's going to get 16th place here off the bat. But right now, Johnny Eckert is 3rd. So not starting off in the best of fashion here. For the 97 truck second lap, see if he improves. And he goes up to 4th, so he'll start alongside his teammate here if all things considered. I think Johnny Thomas is the only one who didn't get time in. But we seen him on track earlier. But you know what that means? He was a little too exciting during qualifying. Must have hit the wall. He's got his laps thrown out. And here is the starting order of Can You Smell What the Rock is Cooking 135. On the pole is your guy in the truck business, Dylan Gooden. And starting alongside in the 28 is Dallas Myhan. In row number 2 is our
Sorry, had the wrong one queued up. That's on me.
Defending champion Johnny Eckert, and alongside in the 97 is DJ Weeks. In row number 3 is Adam Tepe in the 96 alongside Thomas Capuano in the 60. Row number 4, Nicholas Monticelli in the 27, and the man from way up north in Canada, Robert Hill Jr. In row number 5 is David If I Were a Carpenter, and alongside him is the other David, and that's David D. Westergreen in the 9. And in row number 6 is going to be the 26 car of Jacob Feskinen, and alongside is the Mud Duck, number 18, Kyle Carlson. There, yeah, there it goes. And in row number 7 is the number 5 of Vincent Isabella, alongside that stepdaddy, I think we're supposed to call him. And alongside in 14th is kind of the Land Shark Jones. In row number 8 is Adam Peeler in the 07. Alongside him is the 70 truck of Davis Warren. Row number 9 is the 8 truck of Jordan Tarble. And alongside him, starting on the outside, is Alex Kenton. And in the final row is Aaron Lineman. And alongside him, Mr. Excitement, Johnny Thomas will round out the field, looking to go from worst to first once again. And with that, you might want to cue it up here. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Yeah, I can smell it. Some crazy action here at Rockingham, North Carolina. Ready to go for half number 1, 67 laps. I should have gotten here earlier and seen what got a better understanding what the pit cycles or how long they can go on fuel. Usually, as per usual, get about 1 pit stop per half, so I'm assuming, or be very close with maybe a couple cautions right on the edge of that pit window. So let's see how this race will play out. And again, front row, Dylan Gooden and Dallas Myhan. Followed by Johnny Eckert in that 90. It looks like a Rick Corelli throwback there for Johnny Eckert. A little bit different paint scheme. From far away, you might confuse him for his teammate Dylan Gooden there, but alas, here we go. Getting ready to start. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? 135. Dylan Gooden hits a lot of pressure, and Dallas Myhan hits the wall. I don't know if he had a little wheel spin there, but quickly dropping down the standings. It looks like he hit the wall pretty good. Can't quite see if there was damage there. Oh, and another truck up in the wall. That's the 60 truck of Thomas Capuano going down into turn 3. Gooden and Eckert pulling away from the field just a little bit. And leading lap 1, it's your guy in the truck business, Dylan Gooden. Lead lap 1. But Johnny Eckert right there on the back bumper, just in case that 75 slips up. And usually we've seen these outlaw racing guys do this before, get a pretty good lead. Oh, kind of the Land Shark Jones goes around, hits the inside wall, and that will bring out the caution. And that looked like a pretty good lick on the inside, so that could very well hurt his chances here in half number 1. Take a look at the replay and see exactly what happened. Oh, looks like Lineman got loose in front of Jones, and Jones tried to dodge the back end of.
I just think they both got
the 66 truck. They might have both got loose here. We can take one more peek at it here. Or was that Carpenter there in the 71 that got loose? Oh, it was Carpenter, not Lineman. Oh, I think they both got loose. Maybe Jones got a little excited. Oh, there's another truck spinning. Didn't see that right away. Ooh, hit the inside wall. And
he's taking it to the garage.
Tarble in the 8 truck, taking it to the garage, putting it on the trailer here, half number 1.
Oh.
Whoa, is that net
check
code?
Up gone wrong.
That was very wrong
Kenton.
there. Kenton checks up. Tarble didn't check up in time.
No, I just I don't know what happened, but the 72, he checked up, lost control, and that's what allowed Tarble to get involved.
Yeah, that was a little bit different there. We'll check it out one more time. The in-car view of Kenton. See what happened.
Too much rear brakes.
Yeah, way too much. He might have way too much rear brake there. As these trucks can be a little bit tight here, Rockingham. You got to use a lot of brake, more so than we would say at a cookie cutter mile-and-a-half racetrack. So a lot of guys might be using a little bit more rear brake to loosen the car up just a little bit. And maybe a little bit too much for that 72. As again, Kenton is trying to stay in the lead lap. Currently the only car a lap down, as Carlos mentioned before, is Jordan Tarble. That is behind the wall, 2 laps down.
I would say Kynan's probably a lap down at this point.
Oh yeah,
1 to green.
1 to green. I don't know if Kynan got out in time.
He is a lap down.
He is a lap down now. Okay. So be back to go to green once they hit the stripe. It'll be lap number 6 when we get this race restarted. Dylan Gooden still holding on to that top spot. Again, the guys in gray are the guys in the chase. And right now, a good majority in the top 8. Nicholas Monticelli kind of breaking that party up in the 5th position. Good run for Bill's Mafia man there. Ooh, Gooden losing a little bit of connection issues there. So here we go. Pace truck's going to be ready to dive off here. Just a second. Are we going? Yeah, here we go. Thought I was lost there for a second. Dylan Gooden's not lost. He hits the loud pedal. He go. Oh! And there goes Westergreen. Got the wheel spin. So major wheel spin issues here so far tonight on the restarts. And the 9 truck of David Westergreen able to corral it. Holds on to the 8th position. Coming out of turn 2. Dylan Gooden holding on to the lead. Johnny Eckert in the 90 truck staying close to that bumper. And so is that 96 truck of Adam Tepe. Wants to capitalize being the new number 2 man in the point standings coming into tonight's race. So with these throwbacks, again, maybe a little bit unfamiliar looking cars, but
they're trucks.
They're trucks. Yeah, my bad. Oh, I didn't see the 17. Oh, the 27. No, that's Monticelli running the old Terry Labonte throwback. I like that. Ooh! Gets a little loose, almost comes down in front of my hand. They're able to stay off each other for now. Keep going. And these cars getting a little unstable sometimes out of the corner, as we saw. What brought out that first caution here of the night. Side-by-side battle there between my hand and Westergreen. And this could get confusing in a second if those 2 Texaco trucks get close to each other. Of course, one's a Ford, one is a Toyota. Westergreen trying to get that inside run in the corners, but my hand getting a better run on the outside on corner exit. And he's able to hold on to that 7th position for now. A guy like Monticelli, the only guy in the top 8 that's not in the chase, having a good run. And usually, I think every time I talk about Monticelli, I give him an announcer jinx. Hopefully that does not happen. Yeah, get that camera off of him. We don't want to jinx him here. Back up front, Dylan Gooden leading this race. Uh-oh. This is on you now, Carlos. I'm putting this, all the bad juju that will happen is on you now. There he is running a pretty good line, though. I do like that. That 27 and a very nice looking paint scheme. I'm surprised he didn't maybe exchange one of the roosters of the logo for some anime. Oh, that still makes me cry. Kevin worked so hard on that chili.
He did.
He did. He did. As we are on lap number 12, Dylan Gooden currently still holding on to the top spot. Not pulling away as much as they did on the first run, as Adam Tepe trying to stay close, keep things within a puncher's chance of trying to win. But it's going to be a game of trying to save the tires Rockingham was notoriously known for kind of being like a Darlington and chewing up the tires. Fresh tires will be king here today, so it'll be interesting if we do get another caution, if there's any type of pit strategy, but I think the safest bet would to take 4 tires all the way around. Currently on lap 14 of 67 here in half number 1. Again, the top 12 invert, now that I was corrected correctly. Yeah. Dylan Gooden still holding on to that top spot. Most of the field kind of single filing it out for the most part, because it's very hard to run side by side here. There's plenty of room to, but once on the corner exit, especially off turn number 2, that cars just want to push up towards the wall, the truck, and that can cause some havoc. And we kind of even seen some of the near disasters that we had early on in the restarts and start of this race. So currently they're pulling away a little bit off the 96, and DJ Weeks tries to make a move to the inside, and as I was saying, that truck gets loose on the bottom trying to stay off the 96 truck of Adam Tepe. It's going to be hard to make the pass. I think if anyone saves the tires, might have to try to make a move on the outside. Right now, Dylan Gooden pulling away from Johnny Eckert just a little bit here. Ooh, it looks like Eckert came very close from hitting the outside wall there. The old Jurassic Park theme there. Lap number 18 of 67 now. DJ Weeks going to be looking on the inside once again. Going into 3, see if he can make that pass. Looks like he will make it stick. So move DJ Weeks into the 3rd spot. Adam Tepe able to pull in front of Robert Hill Jr. to hold on to position number 4. And that kind of led the gap get away from the guys of Johnny Eckert and Dylan Gooden to pull away. And here's from the roof cam here of Robert Hill Jr. rounding out our top 5 at the moment. See if he can break through and get a win here. As the season winds down, we're in the middle after this half. Only 3 halves remain in the OSCA Truck Series season number 3. Dylan Gooden still struggling a little bit
with his internet.
With his internet, yeah, there we go. But still leading the race. Oh, it'd be the worst thing. I had it one time. I was running in the top 10 in a race at Pocono, and I don't run in the top 10 very well, and my internet cut out. And that was when I went from wireless connection to a wired connection. Broke my heart. And there we see Nicholas Monticelli in the 6th position. Oh, and the lead. Johnny Eckert going for the lead on the inside. He's going to make easy work of the 75 truck of Dylan Gooden. And now DJ Weeks is throwing his hat in the ring as well. And now we'll go back to the battle between Monticelli, Westergreen, and Myhan, and that is for the 6th position. So action all the way around the track now after being single file for quite some time.
Oh.
And Myhan, he's been getting into the wall past couple laps, or flirting with it greatly. Seem to be losing a lot of speed up there. Running higher than I'd be comfortable running. Oh, he does have some scrapes there. Monticelli, ooh, he gets washed up the track a little bit. He might drop 3 positions from that little mistake, drop him back into the 9th spot. Westergreen moves up into 6th. And now the 2 Texaco machines are battling it out. This is for position number 7. And I think that's Isabella, on top. taking away my hand's line. And at the line here, well, actually, what Isabella pulled away quite a bit. I don't know why I keep wanting to call him Westergreen. And here's Mr. Excitement, Johnny Thomas, starting in the last position, working his way up into 9th spot. Maybe playing a little bit of the tire saving game, trying to move his way up through the field. Currently, last guy out of the big gray group in the top 10. Running at 9th, kind of Jones, still struggling, must have some engine issues. He is 12 seconds behind the leader. Westergreen now starting to come alive here as well, trying to get into the top 5. As he's trying to work his way around the 05 of Robert Hill Jr. Almost had him cleared, not quite. At the line, who is it going to be? Westergreen should have it here. He does.
What a fun track.
It is a fun track, isn't it? It is very fun to race. The only scary part I don't like is right there. And Robert Hill almost showed why, because he almost got into the wall. He's now side by side with Vincent Isabella. It looks like he's going to get the run coming out of the corner, and he's now moved up into that 6th position. So this is about the time we're going to see some movers and shakers here. Guys who maybe saved tires. Maybe some of the guys burnt their tires up a little bit, dropping back in the standings. Monticelli, see him on the top of the screen, side by side, almost gets turned going into the corner. I don't think he lost it, but that was a close one. He's fallen back to 11th. Wow. But he will stay here with Myhand and Monticelli. No, or Myhand and was it Monticelli? Thomas. These guys still trying to figure out who wants to be in the 8th position. Looks like Johnny's going to run high, wide, and handsome. Should be able to get it off the corner. Not quite able to clear yet, and the Mud Duck, Carlson, trying to follow the tracks, maybe a little too much, gets into the outside wall. Kenton there, see him going a lap down. Back up front still, Johnny Eckert holding on point. Dylan Gooden in 2nd, and DJ Weeks 3rd. Westergreen moved up into the 4th spot. Tepe seems to be dropping back a little bit, falling back to the 6th position.
Oh, in the back!
Oh no, we have a spinner, I believe.
No, not a spinner. Carlson smacked that wall.
Oh, Carlson smacked it.
Oh, and then Kenton crashed.
And Kenton. So a bad night gone worse, 2 laps down. Oh, we see some smoke there on the racetrack from where he spun or crashed. We stay green, coming to lap 33 of 67.
Replay.
Here we got a replay of the action. Ooh, good smack there by Carlson. That was
Peeler?
70. It's the Peeler in the 07.
Peeler's in the
hard
pit stop right now. Yeah.
Oh, he's in the pits. Yeah, he got quite a bit of damage from that. So all kind of stemming from that calamity corner that is turn 2. We were talking about the issues that can be had, and we've seen it here tonight. Robert Hill Jr. still holding on to that 6th spot. Oh, Johnny Thomas so close to getting in the wall. I think he was able to stay off. And man, that safer barrier, you lose about a good foot of track, and sometimes you need it. These guys flirting with it quite a bit. Here now, lap 35 of 67. Myhand and Thomas battling for the 7th position. And really the top 3 Outlaw racing trucks pulling away from the rest of the field right now. So that's still the top 3 remain the same. And we duke it out here between Thomas and Myhan. And Myhan in the wall once again. Man, his truck's going to look like it raced at Darlington by the end of it. Which is very fitting for a throwback race here, even though it's not at Darlington. Seeing they've both run the same lines, about the same pace as of right now. There's your top three. Defending champion Johnny Eckert trying to make it 2 in a row here tonight. Seen that an interval relatively stable. Relatively. Yeah, I just wonder who's saving the tires the best out of those three. What are the team orders, if there are any? It's crazy. Week in, week out, those outlaw racing trucks usually find their way up to the front. And so far here tonight, doing it once again. And again, the guys chasing that 90 truck in the point standings, not what you wanted to see. They are like Jurassic Park, terrorizing the field. And now DJ Weeks moves himself up into that second spot. Gooden's car truck starting to fade just a little bit. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Getting close to, oh yeah. Are we smelling another victory for that 90 truck who has dominated all season long? Now we see the 75 truck, Dylan Gooden, down pit road, maybe starting some of the pit stops. See Adam Tepe in the 96, getting passed by Feskinen, who breaks into the top 10 now. And Tepe, who was up in that third position not that long ago,
Westergreen pit road,
really starting to fade. And there's Westergreen on pit road. Monticelli comes down as well, so the trend has started for guys starting to come down pit road. A lot of these guys, you see that right side damage. Guys who were flirting with the wall, and Tepe flirts with the wall, hits the wall twice hard, and he's going to drop back to 9th, and he might have to come down pit road to get that looked at or get some fresh tires on there as well. But right now, Johnny Eckert will stay out. There's a 96 coming down pit road. On lap 42, 67, getting down to crunch time when you want to be aggressive.
Isabella.
That's it. Isabella comes down pit road here as well, making his pit stop. We'll see if this is a good strategy for that 75, first one coming down pit road. See how much longer the 90 and 97 stay out. Once these guys get fresh tires, they're going to make up a lot of ground. It's always that balancing act of when to get those tires and don't want to get butted up too close to the end of the race. But we've seen Johnny Eckert pull the long con strategy here before. We'll see if he can get it done once again with 24 laps to go here in half number one. Hearing that Feskinen coming to pit road this time by. Weeks is currently on pit road right now. 23 laps to go. Johnny Eckert stays out on the racetrack. And something that could really benefit from staying out, only right now 8 trucks on the lead lap. Dylan Gooden is in 8th. First
Eckert
car. Eckert is now down pit road. Ooh, came in hot, or someone came in slow.
My hand.
Oh, my hand spins it around on pit road. That's going to be costly. Hit the wall a couple times, dropped him back, and now he spins on pit road. Unfortunate turn of events. Now we'll turn over the lead to Robert Hill Jr. In the meantime, David Stewart. And they save it. They keep going green, and he's able to save it, prevent the caution from coming out.
Pit road.
Oh no! And heavy damage to the L5. As Warren stays out on top. This could get very interesting now. Right now, out of the guys that pitted, is DJ Weeks, is he the first one? Oh, he's still on pit road. Now I'm a little lost. Oh, now he's back. Dylan Gooden, there he is. Cars are changing positions ever so quickly. He does have a 3-second lead on Johnny Eckert, but I'd have to think those tires, fresher tires by Eckert, should be able to catch the 75 in relatively quick fashion with 20 laps to go yet. Davis Warren trying to stretch his tires out as long as he can, along with David Carpenter and Robert Hill Jr. after almost getting in that spin, chooses to stay out, ride as long as he can. Johnny Eckert now 1.7 seconds behind Dylan Gooden. That's kind of the race for the lead here once these other trucks come down pit road, as we do have 19 laps remaining here in half number 1. And the Rock is cooking up something special, that is for sure, here as Robert Hill Jr. comes down pit road. You know you can smell it too at home. Carpenter running the old TRG paint scheme. Andy Lally back around the 2010 era. Fun fact, I actually have a TRG racing hat. Bet you one of 5 people that have one. And oh, Carpenter, oh, did he get in the inside wall? Almost gets down there. As that was, wow, as our leader here, Warren, still nowhere, or second place, Warren nowhere to be seen. That was craziness there. As a lot of these guys trying to unlap themselves, guys on fresher tires. Robert Hill Jr. still on pit road, probably getting some of that damage fixed. And now that interval from Gooden to Johnny Eckert, 1.083 seconds last time by. Gap closing quickly. Carpenter holding a 1.1 second lead over Warren, still stretching it out as long as he can here. But you got to think, at some point they're going to have to come down pit road and get some fresh tires. 15 laps to go. There you see the intervals getting closer and closer, now just under a second, so that the gap is closing not as quickly as it was at first. So maybe the tires are equalizing a little bit, but I still have to give that advantage to Johnny Eckert here in the closing laps. That's if these other cars don't come down pit road. Carpenter has been down pit road once before under, I believe, maybe under last caution.
Lap 4.
Lap 4. So he's thinking maybe he could stretch it. Davis Warren in the 70 truck has yet to be down pit road, but I don't even know if that 10-second lead or 9-second lead that he has, 7 seconds, but that's going to hold up. These fresh tires might be able to make up that gap. But Carpenter, hey, you got, sometimes you know, you're not in the chase, trying to play spoiler here a little bit, got to try to throw something at the wall, see if it sticks. There we see a 3-car battle here. I believe some of these this is for trying to get on lap down trucks of Lineman, Carlson. Or actually, they just did get their laps back from David Carpenter. There goes My Hand By. Wester Green soon to follow. And here we go, the battle for the guys that pitted under green here. Alongside Dylan Gooden, Johnny Eckert. This is the battle for the 3rd spot, but the battle of the guys with the fresher tires. And Johnny Eckert has a few lap fresher tires, and Gooden, he'll make quick work and move into that 3rd spot. His next mission now is to close that 4.2 second gap. That was last time by. It's getting closer now, less under 4. With 10 laps to go, he should be able to should be able to close that up relatively quickly here. As Warren now is just ahead. Are there 2 TRG trucks? Is this why I'm getting confused right now? I believe that's why. And yeah, he just drops to the bottom, lets those 2 trucks by. Warren falling back into the 4th position.
And in pit road.
And now, now he went down pit road. Tried to stretch it out as long as he can. Oh, there's Carpenter. That's why we weren't on Carpenter. So it was Warren that was in the TRG truck. I was confused. I couldn't quite see them make out the numbers there. My bad. Carpenter won't be able to hold on to this lead for too much longer. As maybe even coming on at turn 4 here down the front stretch. Johnny Eckert's going to power by on the outside. 8 laps to go. He'll take over the top spot. And the spoiling of the party is now over for David Carpenter. Oh, as he almost spoiled Dylan Gooden's party, so check that. So once DJ Weeks gets by 71 truck, and now he's going to head down pit road. Was hoping for a caution. I believe everyone would have came down pit road once again if that happened. But alas, we stay green. Dylan Gooden now under pressure from teammate DJ Weeks. See if he can get into the 2nd spot. With just 6 laps to go here. Half number 1. Now on the inside, DJ Weeks looking in turn number 3. Side by side, does Gooden have anything on? He's got a little bit older tires than his teammates. Still trying to fight as much as he can here with 5 laps to go. DJ Weeks gets that more grip in the corners, then we'll be able to take over that 2nd spot. Move DJ Weeks up into the 2nd spot. Dylan Gooden back into the 3rd position. Coming down 4 now laps to go. Johnny Eckert cruising away now for what should be another half win for him, lapping Westergreen. They're now 2 laps down for Westergreen. Westergreen must have had some issues there. Here you see that battle for 2nd. DJ Weeks 2nd. Three laps to go, 2.5 now to go. Ooh, getting a little tight there. He's about to put a lap on 10th position. Kyle Carlson. All he has to do is take it easy. He can probably even stay behind that 18 truck if he's worried about him slapping the wall again. Now I'll take the inside. Coming out of turn 4 for the 2nd to last time as they're going to get 1 to go. This time by Johnny Eckert, putting on another dominating performance. Outlaw Racing doing what it has to do to wrap up another championship. 3 more halves to go after tonight. Rolling out of turn 4 one last time. It's coming Rome. Johnny Eckert wins once again here at Rockingham. I wonder if he knows how many halves he's won. I'm sure he has a pretty good idea. We might have to ask him here tonight. DJ Weeks comes home in 2nd. Dylan Gooden 3rd. Isabella rolls across the line 4th. Johnny Thomas, Mr. Excitement 5th. How about this? Nicholas Monticelli will come home 6th. We didn't jinx him. Heck yeah. Adam Tepe 7th. And there, it's coming Rome. Johnny Eckert will be saying it once again here tonight. And there is your final running order. You see Davis Warren in the 70 truck will take that TRG sponsored number 70 truck to the pole next half here for 68 laps this go around. So Johnny Thomas working his way from 20th to 5th. Nice run for him. Jacob Feskinen finishing 8th. Dallas Myhad 9th. Carlson getting that top 10, albeit one lap down, but hey, still take it. And what a dominating performance once again for Outlaw Racing. Does anyone have anything for him here in half number 2? Hopefully Jordan Tarble there, 65 laps down. Get a few more laps in this time by rounding out that 20-car field. So yeah, hopefully some of these guys who had a little bit tough luck here in half number 1 can mix it up a little bit, and maybe pulling a little bias here, but love those guys from Outlaw Racing. We talk to them every week. We got to have some guys mix it up here a little bit. We had Carpenter tried. He ended. Where did he end up finishing? 13th, just outside that transfer position. And some of these guys who either aren't in the chase, maybe these guys like Westergreen that have quite a bit of ground to make up here. This might be time to kind of pull some different strategies than what those Outlaw Racing guys do. Don't let them dictate the race, which I think usually week in, week out, they have a pretty good advantage of doing so. So we have just wrapped up practice here. They'll be gridding it up here. There you see Davis Warren taking the pole here. Aaron Lineman 2nd. Kyle Carlson 3rd. Dallas Myhan 4th. Jacob Feskinen 5th. Adam Tepe 6th. Nicholas Monticelli 7th. Johnny Thomas 8th. Vincent Isabella 9th. Dylan Gooden 10th. Dennis Weeks in 11th. And rounding out the top 12 where they inverted from last race, Johnny Eckert, our half one winner, will start 12th. And you see the rest of the field gridding up here. It'll be Carpenter, Westergreen, Jones, Hill, Capuano, Peeler, Kenton, and Tarble. Starting from 13th to 20th. As the field gets rolling off here for half number 2. And again, as we saw off the start, after both restarts, we've seen Myhan off the initial start and Westergreen on the restart after that early caution. That really you got to watch out for that wheel spin. And as we see on the bottom of the screen there, is that Isabella who did not grid up?
Yep, Isabella did not grid up. Trying to save some tire there.
Maybe, yeah, save some tires. Might be a little bit of strategy. Might not be the worst strategy we've seen. And again, if you're a lap down on the racetrack when the caution comes out, you do get that wave around. But now here we go, getting ready. Can you smell what the rock is cooking? Half number 2, 68 laps of action here. As Davis Warren is going to hit the loud pedal. Here we go. Lineman, oh, he almost looks like he got a little squirrely, but able to keep it going. He wasn't squirrely, I should say. He pulled the truck a little bit. He's going to go to the high side, let the pack of dogs get ahead of him here. Oh, as Carlson goes all the way down to the yellow line.
Oh, contact!
Oh, contact! Oh, big wreck. Oh, Eckert's involved. Carpenter. DJ Weeks gets a Monticelli.
Thomas
Man,
involved.
a lot of trucks involved. Thomas in there. Oh, Eckert, engine smoking. That's going to have some required repair. That could be a time for some of these guys to get some points made up if... Oh, Thomas. Oh, man. Westergreen spins around as well. So I think going into 3, I think that all kind of stemmed from the accordion effect of Carlson. Slowing down. Oh, Westergreen gets the back, the 26. That's kind of where the first car that got sideways of Veskinen. We'll take the onboard look of Jordan Tarbell. See if his luck is better. Oh, he spins, but does he hit anything? Oh, Kenton hits him just a little bit. He'll be all right. Truck's a lot better shape than it was last half. Who are we on board with here?
Tarbell.
Oh, this is Tarbell again.
Oh, my bad.
Oh.
Carpenter.
Here's Warren. What's this Carpenter? Oh. Oh, it just gets hit by Monticelli. Hard hit to the outside wall. And that took out some good trucks. And ooh, Carpenter has some heavy smoke there as well. And just the accordion effect
Almost made it.
Oh man, I mean, from his cockpit view, he thought, oh, I'm good, and all of a sudden he got turned. And around he goes. So not many trucks left. We have on the lead lap. I can't believe Eckert, is he still on the lead lap? Not quite sure. Well, to see how the running order shakes out. Yeah, he had damage unless he's staying out as long as he can. There's that initial contact between the 26 and 83. Monticelli just gets in the back of the 83 as well. Thomas might not be too bad after that. A little bit of damage to the left front. 1 lap to go to green though. And not many cars are going to be out here, so maybe I got my Christmas wish of a little bit of spoiler there for Outlaw Racing. Johnny Eckert is a lap down. Currently scored 16 trucks out of the 20 on the lead lap. Veskinen, Eckert, Carpenter, and Westergreen are all at least 1 lap down. Veskinen and Eckert 1 lap down. Carpenter and Westergreen 2 laps down. I believe maybe still on pit road there as well. But here we go back to green. Davis Warren still holding on to the top spot. Dallas Myhand on the outside. And we are back to green flag racing and contact between, the Ricky Retro. Oh, Gooden, Tepe, playoff contenders wrecking everywhere. Oh, he's doing it. Oh, Tarbell. Man, he didn't last much longer than he did last race. It ended up being contact between... who's driving backwards there? As it just right off the start, just get together, Tepe and Myhand, and then Gooden nowhere to go. I think that's Capuano that got hit. Kenton gets involved as well. So Outlaw Racing, a tale of 2 halves for them. As here we're running on Tepe's truck. Oh, making that contact. Hard into that inside wall with the 75. Surprised more trucks didn't get involved, but maybe not many left. After the way this is going, already got 14 cars currently scored on the lead lap, I believe. Maybe 15. Part hits Kenton, gets a pretty good lick there. I think Veskinen once again getting involved. And oh man, nowhere to go for a lot of these trucks. Not much control you can have for Gooden and Tepe after you hit that inside wall. Veskinen already had that damaged truck on this restart from the previous incident. Oh man, couldn't slow up in time. And how about that 8 truck of Tarbell? What a horrible night for him. Be a lot of cars that are limping here around the track. I think we'll ride on board of the 83, Mr. Excitement, Johnny Thomas. How much excitement did he have here? Oh, man. Oh, man. He missed it all. He's
backwards. The 8.
Is that Capuano? Oh, that was Capuano. 60. He was doing the old, he either put it neutral really fast or put it in reverse as fast as I've ever seen anyone do it. He did the old whip around there. That was kind of cool. So only 8 laps in here, 68 of half number 2, already 2 big wrecks. And Elmo is on fire. Elmo is burning. Now being scored 13 trucks on the lead lap. And maybe 10 of them are going to be competitive after 2 big wrecks. So I think we're going to get 1 lap to go to green. I think this time by. And kind of like we always said, is a tale of 2 halves. One half gets a little crazier than the other. I don't know how much crazier it can get from here on out. With few trucks left. I believe, well, we are going to get 1 to go here. Still, your leader, Davis Warren, lined him in 2nd. Carlson 3rd. Kynan Jones in 4th. Will be able to rebound pretty well after getting in a wreck last half for that 73 truck. Monticelli's still hanging out in the top 5 even after getting in that early incident. So not many cars that didn't see a little action here tonight. Probably between both halves. I think maybe 1 or 2. We're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. Once they hit the line, it'll be lap number 10. Davis Warren leads him down. He's going to hit the loud pedal. Here we go, racing once again. Here at the Rock, and what a good jump there for the 70 truck of Davis Warren. Now, Kynan Jones working on that high side. He gets by Carlson. He's trying to work on Lindemann. Going down the backstretch, pulls the crossover move. He's going to the inside. He's going to take over to the 2nd spot. Land Shark, here he comes. Done it. Done it. He's got damage on the back end of that thing, too, and he's still ripping it around here pretty good. Now he's going to move up towards top, going for the lead. Isabella now up into the 3rd spot. Kynan Jones. Can he do it? He's on that top side. He's going to get a good run off the corner. He drives it in deep. He's going to take him on the outside. Kynan Jones, your new leader. Vincent Isabella with a little bit of smashed up front end of his machine. He's coming in for a second. Oh, contact! Isabella goes around. I think Carpenter got lucky and went through him. But Isabella was a man on the mission, trying to work his way up towards the front. And his night might now be over as well, as after a good hit with the outside wall, head on. See, once again, I think Isabella wanted to get a big of an arc as he could. Actually, Carlson went through Isabella as well, I think, unscathed as well. Is that netcode that started? That was just kind of odd how that wreck kind of started there. Don't know quite what was going on. Lineman almost going around. Oh, Capuano had to be scared. Oh, maybe a little bit of contact was registered there between the 18 and the 5. With how some of these cars, the shape of them, might not be too bad. And I believe now we have 14 trucks on the lead lap as Westergreen is now back on the lead lap after that. Oh! That Feskinen going to the inside, coming in hot.
Have to take a breather.
Ooh! Kind of stop, wipe his brow, take a breather, and keep on trucking as he's currently scored 12.
New leader, Johnny Thomas.
Johnny Thomas is your new leader as the rest of the leaders coming down pit road. So Thomas and Myhan have been on pit road under previous cautions. I believe. Is Carlson on pit road?
No.
No, he's the only truck that has yet to go down pit road. He's gonna have the oldest tires out of our top 14 or top 13 that are on lead lap. Isabella now goes a lap down. So Mr. Excitement worked his way up to the lead. Always knows how to make it interesting. And so you see a lot of trucks still on pit road getting whatever damage they have left to get fixed. Tepe might be on there from last caution as well. Westergreen coming down pit road too. Currently scored in the 7th spot, but I think he has some of that heavy damage from the, I believe, first caution of the race. So, man, oh man, not many trucks left, but they're finding ways to meet each other this time. But now there's a race to be had. The dominant Johnny Eckert currently scored 19th, 12 laps down, trying to get some of that required damage fixed. Seeing if maybe get back out there, maybe get a couple spots as Gooden and Tarbell, I believe, are off the racetrack as well. Isabella had some choice words for Warren there, but I don't know if that was warranted. I think they're just fighting for the same real estate there. Warren was there. If I had to place blame, maybe a little bit more on the 5 truck, but a racing deal indeed. And yeah, Isabella is going off on the driver's chat. There's going to be something to check out on the radio chatter, though. What's the word? What's the thing called? The best of the radio chat that they have on Twitter. And now we're gonna get ready to go back to green flag racing. Pace cars going down turn number 3. Johnny Thomas and Dallas Myhan, they were fast on short runs in half number 1. Now they're going to try to see if they can pull off a long run here. Both guys getting the outside wall. Let's see if they can get it done as the pace truck dives off. Johnny Thomas leads them back to the green flag. He's going to get a great jump over all the rest of the field. Myhan, really bad start. He's going to drop back into 3rd going into 3. How about that? Monticelli into 2nd. Kynan Jones, fresh off pit road, he's going to try to charge up the field like he just did last green flag run. Short-lived green flag run. Myhan knows he has a little bit fresher tires. I believe Monticelli did stay out.
Yeah, he did.
He did too. Oh yeah, so they might have the same set of tires. Carlson's the one with the oldest tires, 18-lap old tires, but not a lot of green flag racing as of yet. But I think every percent you could have here at Rockingham you want. TJ Weeks, the only Outlaw Racing truck alive here right now, currently scored in the 8th position.
Fastest lap, Thomas.
Ooh, fast lap for Thomas with a 24.904. And now Myhan is putting Monticelli under fire. He's going to move into the 2nd spot. Monticelli up high. He's going to be battling his teammate Carlson before too long in that 18 truck. So he'll be able to stay ahead. Hold on to that 3rd position for now.
Fastest lap, Thomas.
Thomas ran another screamer of a lap, ran a 24.852. Gotta wonder, is he burning those tires up? He's gained quite a big lead here, 1.5 seconds. Still ran a pretty quick lap, a 20. Oh, ooh, pretty fast lap there for Dallas Myhand as well, who just ran just a little bit slower there. A couple hundredths off of Johnny Thomas's best time. Capuano, he's running some pretty quick laps. He's running in the 24-second bracket as well. Trying to chase down Monticelli for that third position. But now I think it's going to be a strategy as we see the field spread out quite a bit. Who can save those tires? Who can get it done? Here in half number 2 as we're on lap number 23 of 68. Monticelli doing a pretty good job holding off the 60 truck for now. Oh, now there goes Capuano on the inside, trying to pull a slide job coming out of the corner. Looks like Capuano's going to take that third position. Monticelli still staying pretty close behind. You see that little bit of damage he got from the first caution as well. I want to say almost every truck left besides maybe the top two. Oh, Monticelli in the wall, almost gets back up into the wall again.
Back to chewing up his tires.
Yeah, he might be chewing them up, getting them a little bit hot right now, a little sliding all over the racetrack. He's eating a tire, he's eating them up. Lap 25. And if these guys are going to try to stretch it, you got to make those tires last. Because right now, man, oh man, 12 trucks on the lead lap, 13 trucks on the racetrack as of right now, I believe. No, Johnny Eckert is back on the racetrack. He's moved up to 15th. That could play huge for his championship hopes. He's only got to make one more lap to get around Vincent Isabella, who is currently on pit road after that last caution. There's the mud duck, Kyle Carlson, moving past his teammate with those old tires. Monticelli must be burning those tires up just a little bit. Still hanging on to a top 5 spot, but the Land Shark, dun-it, 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 dun-it. Yeah, I was trying to do Jaws. On those fresh tires, maybe trying to save him just a little bit, as we'll have 40 laps to go here in half number 2. I gotta say, that Interstate Batteries car, that original scheme that Joe Gibbs Racing had, by far has to be one of my favorite throwback schemes. I don't know why. I think I like the neon green of the 90s, the mellow yellow car, Bobby Labonte, Dale Jarrett's Interstate Battery scheme. I think are some of the coolest throwbacks you can do. Kind of cool to see, even for a mud duck. Again, if you're new to watching OSCA racing, that is code word for he's from Minnesota and I'm from Wisconsin, so I call him that. Currently having a good run here, staying out of trouble. But you gotta wonder, without going down pit road, did the caution laps give him enough of a benefit to make it to the end without having to come down pit road? So, you know, this is one of the tracks, if you remember, Mike Joy always called Atlanta a rubber band track, where the field will spread out, and how abrasive this can get and how guys will save tires. They'll come back together, I think, at some point, usually, and then provide some of the best racing. I think that was almost the case with we talked about on top of the broadcast between Matt Kenseth and Casey Kane, the final Cup race here back in 2004. Kane was closing that gap towards the end of the race, and it ended up being a side-by-side finish. Was this one of the racetracks along with North Wilkesboro that got that tax money for rebuilding it?
I think so.
Carlos?
I think so.
Yeah. You think so? I think this has to get back on the NASCAR schedule. You can argue about if it's worth the taxpayers' money. Something like that. About $12 million. As Myhan moves to the lead, passing Johnny Thomas, but as we've seen before, that 28 truck, see how long he can stay up front. He's pretty quick on these short sessions. Can he make a long run and seal the deal here tonight? Didn't he win one at Daytona? I want to say
a 10 million each for The Rock, Charlotte, and North Wilkesboro.
The Rock, Charlotte, and North Wilkesboro. How come Charlotte got it? It seemed to generate enough money the way it is.
I'm not in the government.
Government does some weird stuff sometimes. Anyway, I think that doesn't need to be said, but people know that. Johnny Thomas falling back a little bit. Wonder if he burnt his tires up on the start as well. Because right now, these guys are 4 to 5 seconds ahead of the third place truck of Kyle Carlson. How about Kenton moved up into the 4th position? Here we go. Here we got the gaggle of race cars all of a sudden. Talking about rubber band, here we go. For that 3rd spot. Kenton had bad luck early on in the first half. Flexing his muscles here right now. Trying to break his way for a podium finish. Kynan Jones currently sitting in 6th. Looks like he's just kind of riding. Not in a hurry yet. Still a lot of racing to go. So now Kenton's going to look underneath Carlson. They're completing their lap 37. Not quite able to get there. Ooh, a little scary. Coming out of turn 2 always makes me a little nervous. Running really high there for the 18 truck of Carlson. 30 laps to go. Year and a half, number 2. You see all the chase guys that had bad luck. Westergreen still holding on to the lead lap. Oh, he just went a lap down. Check that. Eckert, Tepe, Hill, Gooden. Definitely there. You see the point standings coming into tonight. Big note, Johnny Eckert currently being scored in the 14th position. He did get that first half win. Tepe having bad luck, but this could be a beneficial run here for DJ Weeks. Did finish 2nd last half. There you see Johnny Eckert going to the high side. Not used to seeing him get lapped like that. Very, very different scene here for the OSCA Truck Series. Glad you guys are tuning in along with us here. If you're just joining us, many cautions within the first 20 laps or so of the race. And can you smell what the Rock is cooking?
Oh no, say it right.
Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? There we go.
135.
135, yep. I got a little caught up in the moment there.
It's okay, we all
Not bad. It's now Carlson. He's fallen back into the now 6th position as Kenton and Jones gets by. Again. Oh, Kenton gets in the outside wall. Now he's going to lose that 3rd spot to Kynan Jones. He might have got loose. Oh, he might have a little bit. I don't know if he had that damage before or not. A lot of these trucks having damage from earlier cautions, as Wreckfest really took almost half the field out of this race. We got a battle for this third position.
I'm sorry. Does this truck say runaway antelopes?
Wait, who?
Kenton.
Where are you? Runaway antelopes. What is that? Someone's gonna Google that quick here as I'm trying to announce and Google at the same time. So we'll find out
drivers
together.
in pit road. Thomas Capuano.
Thomas and
My hand.
Capuano down pit road. My hand down pit road as well. Kinda Jones takes over the lead. And is it Runaway Antelope a... I don't know. Runaway Antelope show. It's something that's beyond me. It's some... it looks like it's a song, maybe? Carlson coming down pit road now as well. Kenton holding on to second. There you see Monticelli. Gonna get his service done here as well. See DJ Weeks try to take over the second position where he finished in half number 1. It's in the bottom screen. Now is your leader. Peeler now rounding out the top 5, going through our pit stops here. How about Westergreen pulling off the grit here tonight to kind of stay, keep his at least championship hopes, or getting the best run he can at least get. He now is going to fall a lap down. I was just checking the Twitter, or not Twitter chat, the YouTube chat, and Deanna Piana? I don't know if I'm going to say that right, but back at that Warren and Isabella wreck, we saw it in a similar way that we did, but we do know that sometimes in the heat of the moment, things can happen, and maybe with the choice words that Isabella had, this could be a bad matchup right here. Ooh, Isabella thinks the better of it. Let's Warren go by. Kynan Jones is still your leader. 6 trucks on the lead lap. We are currently in that range where some of these trucks should be heading down pit road. Will Kynan Jones pull a similar move to what Carpenter did the first half? This may be a time when that might work out a little bit better. With fewer trucks out on the racetrack. Although, oh! Kenton and DJ Weeks getting together. DJ Weeks getting up into the wall. Hearing that was net code from Vic Bloom, the man himself. And oh man, we might have to go to the 5 and the 70. I think there's some shenanigans going on there.
I don't have the sound effect of shenanigans.
Isabella still upset over that incident, even though I don't think that was the 70 truck's fault. All right, they're kind of going back and forth here, keeping it interesting here, as DJ Weeks is getting back up on Kenton, getting together just a little bit. DJ Weeks getting into the outside wall. I believe there was a chat ban even. between Warren and Isabella after their scuffle during the race here. Rick Bloom trying to keep the peace for the other trucks out on racetrack. Sometimes the worst thing you can hear being a driver is two drivers bickering at each other for a good, couple minutes. At least on the racetrack that subsided. Well, now in the chat it has as well. As the feud is over. See Carlson working his way around Westergreen, moving up into the 9th position. Trying to unlap himself. We've seen Thomas and Myhand already do out of the guys that pitted. So right there you see Kenton and DJ Weeks. They are 3 seconds behind Kynan Jones, the leader. So not too much farther. Carlson should be able to unlap himself if these guys don't come down pit road. We see Carlson and DJ Weeks.
Oh.
Side by side. Oh boy. Getting close. 3 wide there for a split second. And now DJ Weeks going to the outside, taking over the 2nd spot. Something he tried to do earlier before the contact was made. There is Warren in 4th spot. 5 seconds back. Andy Lelekar. Or didn't the Bonnie run? Well, he ran the red car when they ran.
Well, I mean, I also just checked Twitter, and he said it was an Andy Lally car.
Okay, so that's fair. Andy Lally it is then. Ooh, Botticelli and DJ Weeks almost getting together. So it's shaping up to be another fine run for Botticelli in the top 10. Maybe a little bit better if some of these guys choose to come down pit road. Only 10 laps to go, 9 laps to go now, check that. Kynan Jones hold off the field. Get his first victory. I don't know if Myhand or Thomas can catch him 14 seconds back. Have a lot of ground to make up here. They're going to pull off the winning strategy. Kynan Jones saying he can make it on fuel, so possibly trying to stretch it out. See if he can get the win here. This could get interesting. Thomas now cuts it down to 13 seconds, but I don't know if that's going to be enough time for that 83 and 28 to see. That's the battle of the guys who came down pit road under green flag here. Warren really getting that long run speed, catching DJ Weeks. He's in that 3rd position right now. It's now under 12-second lead between Johnny Thomas and Kynan Jones. I think time's going to be running out.
My hand's
guys with fresh tires. My hand's right behind. Yeah, they're closing up at a pretty good clip. But time is going to be the biggest enemy for the 83 and 28. And they might be battling each other as well in the next coming laps with these next 5.5 laps to go for those 2 trucks. Let's see, Kynan Jones just crossed the line, 5 to go. He was riding along, as we've seen there on the early stages of this green flag run. And that might have been the winning move there. Just taking it easy, saving the tires. Peeler's down pit road, 5 to go, side by side, the battle for 5th position. Myhand goes the inside. And oh, Johnny Thomas disappeared for a second. There he's back. Still hanging on to the outside. Looks like Myhand is going to get the advantage, but Thomas still hanging on tough up top. Looks like Myhand's going to clear him for that 5th position.
Also, Warren
Warren moved into 2nd position. Another guy who I think saved his equipment. Saved his stuff.
Kenton
3
is
laps
not good.
to go.
Kenton's not good.
Oh boy, I thought almost going to be contact there. Older tires trying to hang on. Kenton's falling back to 6th.
I think he's trying to save. That's a lot of lost time.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, he might be clutching it up a little bit more than I think those guys anticipated. 2 laps to go. Can Kynan Jones pull it off? He says he has enough fuel to make it the rest of the way. I think the guys on fresh tires do not have enough time. Here we go. The white flag is in hand. He's waving it. Kynan Jones is going to take it. Can he get it done? Playoff driver trying to get his first win in the OSCA Truck Series. Kynan Jones down the backstretch. That's the Land Shark. Dun it, dun it. All he's got to do is coast now. He's got the victory in hand. Coming out of turn 4, it's the Land Shark, Kynan Jones, getting his first career victory in the OSCA Truck Series. Warren's going to cross the line in second. DJ Weeks just beats out Dallas Myhan for 3rd. Johnny Thomas rounds out the top 5. Kenton come down in 6th. And a lot of drivers, popular victory. Carlson 7th, Monticelli 8th. Lineman 9th. David Westergreen already came by the line to round out the top 10, 1 lap down. And how about that for breaking up the Johnny Eckert dominance with a first-time winner in the OSCA Truck Series. And he's going to burn it down here for his first career victory.
Australians, stand up.
And how about, yeah, anyone watching in Australia, stand up. It's the Australian Kynan Jones getting it done. Saving the tires.
Oh!
Oh, a little victory slap there.
Well, there goes his celebration.
Yeah, it looks like his celebration might be done. But yeah, so no big burnouts there, thanks to the 05. But we will have some interviews going on here. There you see the rest of the running order. And Adam Peeler pulling up for a little bit of celebration as well. We will have interviews here right now. We do have DJ Weeks joining us in the booth after a solid night here. Maybe hopefully he was hoping he could have got a little bit better, finishing second half number 1, third in half number 2. And DJ, how do you describe your night here tonight?
The first race went to plan. I mean, I was catching Johnny and I messed up my pit entrance. I forgot how deep the pit road cone is. So like I babied it all the way to pit road and he got 2 seconds ahead of me and I was like, well, that's the race. And then the second race, man, they all just wrecked and I had motor damage that whole last run and I was just hanging on for dear life. I couldn't go nowhere and then just got blocked really bad for second and I'm not too happy about it, but we'll move on to next week.
Yeah, next week head into the finale and with a little bit of gap that you might have closed here tonight over Eckert, are you thinking you have a shot at the championship?
Well, it needs something like this to happen where he has a bad race, and I gotta have 2 good ones. Unfortunately, I hope it doesn't happen to him because he's my teammate. But I think we clinched team points anyway, so that's all for broke next week.
All for broke, indeed. You gotta lay it all on the table and. Certainly a good solid night for you here tonight, DJ, but next week again at Nashville. What are you thinking about your chances next week?
It's a super speedway, right?
It's I can't remember the size. It's concrete.
Oh yeah, the super speedway. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty good there. I think I've ran only one race there in the ARCA car, but it's the same thing every week. You just got to keep your stuff clean and save some tire, and then hope you can be on the right strategy, and there's gonna be some tough customers. But also congratulations to Kynan for his first win. That's awesome. He's had a really rough season, really rough time in OSCA, and to take one away from everybody, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's got pulling the upset win here in half number 2. But before we let you go celebrate at least the solid night and the team team championship. Anyone you want to thank?
Oh yeah, Vic and Dallas for putting this thing on, man. It's not easy. It's improving. Thanks for you guys broadcasting it. It's always fun to talk to you. Like I said, I do go back and watch these replays, and it's fun to see the little memes pop up. So I enjoy that. And of course, my teammates at Outlaw Racing, Johnny Eckert, Robert Hill, and Dylan. They all had rough nights, man. But you see how strong the team is in the first race when we actually can get away from people and run our stuff. It's a dominant team, and I can't wait to see what we can do more.
All right, there it is. DJ, congratulations on the good run, and best of luck to you next week to try to get that championship.
Thanks, boys.
Thank you. That's DJ Weeks. Next up, we will bring in winner of half number 1 and tough luck in half number 2, Johnny. Man, oh man. You know, just when you thought you had everything under control, things quickly change in half number 2.
Yeah, I apparently, my only comment about half number 2 is apparently this was a 2-lap race, not a 68-lap race like I had on my dashboard. I don't know what everybody else saw, but there was no reason to be 4 wide down the backstretch on lap 1. But, you know, I guess everybody's got to really shuffle hard on the start, and that's what happens. So, between that and the following restart, where that big wreck kind of helped save me from bleeding more points, but it was the second race was just really something.
Yeah, it was something indeed. A lot of wrecking, and yeah, only 9 cars finished on the lead lap in half number 2. But maybe describe a little bit that dominance in half number 1. How much was tire saving a big factor in winning tonight?
Well, in race 1, I mean race 2,
1,
everybody just kept wrecking. But
yeah.
in race 1, you know, I was pretty determined that I knew we were gonna have to pit, and I knew the situation around that. So for me, it was just kind of making sure that I had tire left in case I needed it. I was really worried about qualifying, so I decided to, you know, so I put a lot of effort into that, and thankfully I got a decent start, a starting spot, and had a decent start. And once we got going a few laps, it was just kind of myself, Dylan, and DJ who you know, gapped the field a little bit, and from there we just kind of ran our own race. So you know, I was worried about the tires and the right front. I didn't save him as good as Dylan did on his run, but it seemed like he was having a little bit of trouble keeping the car down, or the truck down. So yeah, then it was just when I pitted. I didn't know when the right time to pit was. I knew Dylan was going to have a big advantage early, but I didn't know if I waited after DJ how long I would have to really make up any ground I lost. I haven't been able to talk to DJ about what happened on his stop, because it seemed like he lost a lot more time than I expected. But yeah, I was just worried about seeing where I was going to come out on that last 20 laps, and I was kind of fortunate that I wasn't further back in the fields, because I think I was one of the last ones to pit.
Yeah, we were kind of wondering how long you could go without pitting, but as you usually do, we're able to get it done in half number 1, and kind of like you were saying, I think I even mentioned it during the broadcast. It seems like a lot of times your teammates will you'll be running top 2, top 3, and you guys can really take control of a race.
Yeah, and you know, we were joking about it after the pit stop, because I had fresher tires. I had 3-lap fresher tires than Dylan, and it was really starting to be noticeable. Like in the lap time, every couple laps I would gain quite a bit on him. So he was like, I can't just let you go. We got to race you hard for it. And I'm like, dude, that's what we do here. We have to race. And everybody's racing for themselves. So, it's good to be in a position. And I know DJ was the fastest truck of us 3. Once we got clear by a second or so, DJ was running consistent laps, and he was keeping his tires under him, the best of everybody. So I was kind of surprised. Like I said, I was kind of surprised that he didn't come out of the pits further ahead. I mean, I know it was a lap, but he was like right behind me when we pitted. So I don't know if he got caught up in traffic, remerging or whatnot. But yeah, it was good to see that we had that dominance, and we were racing pretty hard for it.
Hey, sometimes you got to. Speaking of racing hard, you're gonna have a lot of teammates behind you battling next week at Nashville for the championship. How do you feel about your chances to be back-to-back champion?
Yeah, I'm optimistic. I mean, I don't know what the point situation going in the next week is, but as with last week, it seemed I was on at Daytona. I was on pace for double top 5 potentially, maybe worst case 6th on the last lap, and got destroyed by people doing stupid stuff on the last lap, and ended up finishing 14th, similar to what happened here. Finished 13th. So I'm hoping that there's still a decent points gap. I don't know how much it fluctuated. I know Adam wrecked out in race 2, so I gained a couple points on him again, and I don't know where everybody jumbles out, but it's, I'll be comfortable if we have a decent points gap, but otherwise I'm not so sure. We'll see. DJ is in my opinion, is now Dylan's out of it, Robert's out of it. I think DJ is the biggest concern for me. I think he's the closest in points now. I could be totally wrong, but I think he's going to be the closest in points. It's going to be a heck of a week, that's for sure.
get a lot of practice laps in. I bet you will. But before we send you off on this bittersweet night, anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah. Well, first off, I want to thank my throwback truck was from a race I did last year. So in Ryan Vargas during quarantine shutdown that he put down. So put it on. So I had Dylan's YouTube channel, so DGoodin24 on YouTube, which I came out for some NASCAR game content and other stuff. And yeah, Nurse the Aviator had on the truck too, because apparently no one could see my scheme last week. But yeah, I had Nurse the Aviator because I had to make sure that I got it on there this week then. So got to thank them, and yeah, got to thank my teammates for everything that they did tonight, and DJ, Dave, DJ. I'm exhausted. I'm frustrated. But DJ, Dylan, and Robert, Davis had a good race too, and yeah, it's been a night, and looking forward to seeing where we come out next week.
Yeah, we'll see indeed next week right here on 3 Wide TV. And before we send you off, Johnny, because you won the first half, you can say it if you want to.
Yeah, it's gonna be more of a statement because I'm not as hyped after that second race, but it's coming Rome. It's coming Rome. We're bringing it Rome.
Well, plus you might have to save your pipes next week in case you win the championship.
That would be nice. I don't know what'll happen, but we'll see. Hopefully, a bit of luck.
All right, best of luck to you next week, and at least congratulations on the win, and way to grit out at least getting a couple spots to hold on to that points lead.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. And that was Johnny Eckert trying to go for that championship next week. And next up, we'll bring in Davis Warren. And Davis, congratulations on that second place run. And didn't come without a little bit of controversy. At least I could hear the bit of driver chatter from the other car involved, but. Davis, what was your perspective of the contact between the 5 truck?
Well, first of all, it was an accident. It was net code. I didn't know that at the time. But I mean, there was no way for me to know that. But from my perspective, it looked like he just kind of turned across my nose. Obviously, I know that he didn't now, but he wanted to keep agging it on. So, I mean, it is what it is. He kept just running around me. He said he was running his line. He obviously wasn't, but it's fine. I mean, I got to thank him for this run. He's really inspiring to me. He's really trying hard to be a good person, and eventually he'll get there. So. Yeah.
Oh wow, this is fun. Radioactive, that's the word. Yeah, I'm sure radioactive on Twitter is gonna be a very interesting one.
I'm probably getting suspended next week.
Hey, you kept it pretty PC, and yeah, it didn't look like you did anything wrong. That's why I was kind of surprised the controversy ensued. But one thing I do want to talk about also is how you manage those tires, because you're about, I think, in like 6th, 7th spot when that run started, and slowly as the tires kind of worn in, you're kind of kind of flying through the field there. Was that kind of your game plan, just kind of stretching it out and saving those tires for the long run?
Yeah, absolutely. So as soon as that last caution came out, I knew we could make it to the end on fuel, so I knew I had to try to make the tires last. I really regret not taking tires on that pit stop. It was only lap 12, so I thought, I could maybe save these 2 sets for the end, and obviously we never got that caution at the end. But, just, yeah. And I got to thank Johnny Eckert for that, honestly. By the way, sorry he talks so long. He's a chatterbox. But anyway, I really do got to thank him for that. He really taught me how to save tires a lot, and that was just what I focused on. It focused on going fast, just focused on saving the tire, the right front, and it paid off. We got the second. Wish we could have caught the 73, but he took tires. He played it smart, and good job to him. I wish it could have been us, but I'm proud of the run.
Yeah, it's a run to be proud of indeed. And next week we head to Nashville. What do you think about your chances next week?
Yeah, I don't think very highly of them. I'm not really good at either Nashville track. I'm not even sure which Nashville we're going to, but it doesn't matter because I'm terrible at both of them. But it'll be fun. It'll be a good time to cap off the season again if they let me race next week. But yeah, that's all I really got to say about that.
All right. Well, before we let you go to celebrate an awesome second place run here tonight, any shout outs you want to give?
Definitely got to give a shout out to my mom, Deanna Piana. I know y'all were probably seeing her a lot in the chat, so always got to say hey to her. Outlaw Racing for letting me be a part of this, and just a big shout out to Vincent. Love that guy a lot.
All right. Well, with that, we'll send you on your way, and best of luck to you next week, Davis.
Thanks. Hey, thank you all for broadcasting. Really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. And that was Davis Warren. Like that interview. That was fun. Next up, though, this should be fun as well. We get first-time winner Kynan Jones. And Kynan, the land shark is what we call you here from your previous paint scheme. But first I got to ask you, what was the throwback to your car, your truck?
Hello. First of all, thank you to Vic for making this design. It's the 2005 championship winning from Russell Ingall V8 Supercar car.
Oh, nice. Nice. That was
kind of brought luck.
It brought luck to get that victory. And first I got to ask you too, because we've seen Davis Warren kind of saving, looked like he was kind of saving, and you had the fresher tires on that last restart. But you didn't charge up to the front right away. It looked like you were kind of saving. Was that kind of your strategy, just save those tires for that long stint?
Yeah. Basically, I saw how it was going to go long and most likely not bring out another caution, so I decided to pit and take only right tires, so then it would potentially be a bit looser on the longer run, and then just save tires, as I knew there was at least 2 people in front of me that needed to pit, not knowing that Dallas and Johnny Thomas also needed to pit, but just bide my time, made the opportunities when I needed to, and it worked out.
It worked out indeed, and we've seen you come so close before, a couple times stand out and finally able to get it done and get into victory lane. How does it feel to finally get that first victory?
Well, I've choked multiple times. I should have won in ARCA at Bristol Dirt, probably could have won at Daytona, Talladega. This is all what ifs, but to be honest, when I crossed the line, there was tears. And I'm still going off the adrenaline, just working so hard, and I know some people aren't a big fan of me, but this win still means a hell of a lot.
Hey man, like Dale Earnhardt always said, either if they're cheering or booing for you, at least they're reacting, and certainly you got the buzz going, and it still seemed like a pretty popular victory once you came across the line. So that was pretty cool to see a first-time winner, and congratulations to you on that. But next week, heading into Nashville Super Speedway, how are you feeling about your chances next week?
Next week with Nashville, I have gotten a win on my second time running the track just the other week, which I have to thank plans on helping me get the track for that. So I have some fairly high expectations that I might be able to go to top 10. But then again, going into this, I thought this was going to be probably my third worst track of the whole season. But anything can happen.
Anything can happen, and it did. And surviving was the key. At first, I think the first race he did get involved in a couple incidents, but were able to snake through most of them in the second half. And there were a ton to snake through. I can't remember. Do you have any close calls in half number 2?
In half number 2, there was one time where Kyle and I got fairly close, and obviously close racing for most of it. At the first caution, I was right behind it, and then after I got past some people on the restart, happened directly in front of me again, and then basically it was all going on around me, and then once I passed and got into it, then a wreck happened behind me, so...
The wrecks were happening everywhere, indeed. Before we let you go to celebrate your victory, we'll give you the floor to do any shout-outs you want to give.
Yeah, well, I thanked Vic for making this amazing design at the start, but I've also got to thank Adam Peeler, also known as Nurse Aviator on Twitch, Runaway Antelope or Jordan Tarball, he had a terrible night. Johnny Eckert, he gave me some tips before the week even started, so I have to thank him for that. I'd also like to thank, well, Free Wide Television. Been meaning to thank yous for, well, helping me make Milwaukee, which I still have flashbacks to. FTC and their partners of EnableNet, Cast Hasty, ForzaComp GG, and oh Jesus, a bit lightheaded.
It's okay, got you. You're probably a little excited yet, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. And OSCA and Vic and Dallas for putting on this show. And obviously the people who come out and watch these broadcasts. This whole show wouldn't really be possible without yous watching.
That's right. And, well, again, congratulations, Kynan, for getting that first victory. And hopefully you can land shark your way to a couple more, maybe even one more win before the season wraps up.
I doubt it, bud. I didn't expect this one. Who knows?
All right. Well, again, congratulations. You have yourself a good night.
You too. See ya.
It's Kynan Jones getting his first career victory. And you could tell the emotions that he had for picking that one up. And Carlos, I think it's definitely, to wrap up this show, I got to say it one more time. Or did you smell what The Rock was cooking? And it was cooking up a first-time winner, Kynan Jones. And what fresh meat in victory lane. That is for sure. And we'd like to thank all of you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. And be sure to check us out next week right here, same time, right here on 3 Wide Television for the season finale of Season 3 of the OSCA Truck Series at Nashville Super Speedway. Until then, I'm Mike Goodman, and for Carlos Acosta, good night now.